Captain Alan Martinez stood frozen on the bridge of the Earth Defense Fleet ship Relentless. His dark eyes were fixed on the main screen where horrible images flashed one after another. Cities burning, buildings falling, people running in fear. "This can't be happening," he whispered, but it was. Without any warning, ships from the Galactic Council had appeared in Earth's sky. They came with weapons ready and started firing on major cities. New York, Paris, Cairo, and Tokyo were all under attack. Millions of people were already dead. Officer Diane Powell's fingers moved quickly over her screen. Her face had gone pale. "Captain, I'm getting calls for help from everywhere." No one was ready for this. The bridge was quiet. Everyone was trying to understand why this was happening. Earth had only been part of the Galactic Council for 50 years. Humans were still new to space travel compared to other aliens. Yes, there had been some problems. Some alien races didn't like how fast humans were learning new technology, but no one expected them to attack Earth like this. "Tell me what we know," Martinez said. His voice was steady, but his hands gripped his chair so hard his knuckles turned white. Frank Collins, the weapons officer, looked up from his station. "Sir, we've lost contact with our moon bases. All our space defense stations are down. Civilian ships are being shot down all over the system." Martinez frowned. "Any word from our people at the council?" "Nothing, sir," Powell answered. "Ambassador Carol Wright was in Geneva when it was hit. We don't know if she's alive." Martinez felt anger building inside him. This attack made no sense. Humans weren't a real threat to the older council races. They had been in space for thousands of years before humans built their first rocket. Yet here they were, trying to wipe out all of humanity. "Sir," said Science Officer Olivia Reyes, "I've been looking at where they're attacking. They're going after our research centers and data storage places first. This isn't about taking our planet or resources. They're trying to destroy something specific." Martinez's eyes widened slightly. "The Prometheus Protocol." The words hung in the air. Everyone on the bridge knew what that meant. The Prometheus Protocol was Earth's secret weapon, a technology so new and different that it had been kept hidden from the Council. It was Earth's last defense, something they hoped they would never need to use. "Get me anyone from Earth Command. Who's still alive?" Martinez ordered. "We need to activate the Prometheus Protocol now. If they want to kill us all, they need to learn why humans were feared long before we reached the stars." While they waited for a response from Earth Command, Martinez walked to the window and looked out at the stars. Just 3 days ago, he had been at his daughter's birthday party. Lucy had turned 7. She wanted to be a space captain like her dad when she grew up. Now he didn't know if she was even alive. "Sir, I have General Samantha Garcia on the line," Powell said, breaking into his thoughts. The screen lit up, showing an older woman with gray hair. Her uniform was dusty and there was blood on her face. Fires burned in the background. "Captain Martinez," she said, her voice rough. "Good to see the Relentless is still in one piece." "General, we're seeing the attacks. What are your orders?" The general's face hardened. "Our main research facility in Colorado is still safe. Dr. Kevin Patel and his team are working to activate the protocol. They need more time." "How much time?" Martinez asked. "At least 6 hours, but council ships are searching for the facility. If they find it before the protocol is ready." She didn't need to finish the sentence. Martinez straightened his back. "The Relentless will give them that time, General." "That's a suicide mission, Captain." "Maybe, but if we don't, there won't be any humans left to remember us anyway." Martinez looked around at his crew. They all nodded. They understood what was being asked of them. "Very well," the general said. "Your new orders are to draw as many council ships away from Earth as possible. Head to Jupiter, make them follow you." "Yes, General." As the screen went dark, Martinez turned to his crew. "You all heard that. I won't order anyone to stay on this mission. Anyone who wants to leave can take an escape pod now." No one moved. "It's been an honor serving with all of you," Martinez said softly. Then his voice grew stronger. "Now let's show these council races what humans can do when our backs are against the wall. Navigation, set course for Jupiter. Weapons, ready everything we have. Communications, send messages to any Earth ship still fighting. Tell them to meet us there. As the Relentless turned toward Jupiter, Martinez thought about what they were facing. The Council fleet had ships bigger than cities. Their weapons could destroy planets. Their shields could stop almost anything humans had. Almost anything. "Sir," Officer Powell called out, "we're picking up a transmission. It's weak, but it's coming from Mars Colony." "Put it through," Martinez ordered. A young man's face appeared on screen. His eyes were wide with fear. "This is Mars Science Station. We're under attack. They came out of nowhere. We need help." The screen went to static. "Can we help them?" asked Frank Collins. Martinez shook his head. "We have our orders. The Prometheus Protocol is the only thing that might save humanity now." As they flew toward Jupiter, they saw more. Council ships. The alien vessels were massive, their hulls shining like polished metal in the sunlight. "They've seen us," Collins reported. 5 ships are changing course to follow us." "Good," Martinez said. "Let's see if we can get more to join the party. Fire a low-power shot at the nearest one, just enough to get their attention." The Relentless fired, its energy beam barely scratching the Council ship's shields. But it worked. 3 more ships turned to join the chase. 8 ships following us now, Collins said. "Keep going," Martinez ordered. "The more we can pull away from Earth, the better chance Dr. Patel has to complete the protocol." For the next 2 hours, the Relentless led the Council ships on a chase through the Jupiter system. They used the planet's many moons for cover, firing just enough to keep the Council ships angry and following, but not enough to make them decide to just destroy the human vessel. "Sir," Powell said suddenly, "I'm getting a message from Earth Command. It's coded, but—" "Sir, they've done it. The Prometheus Protocol is ready." A small smile touched Martinez's lips. "Then it's time for Phase 2. Send the signal to any Earth ships in range. Tell them to prepare for Operation Blackout." "What's Operation Blackout, sir?" asked a young officer who had just joined the crew last month. Martinez looked at the Council ships on the screen. "Something that's about to change the balance of power in this galaxy forever. Humanity is about to remind the Council why they should have left us alone." As if on cue, the lights on the nearest Council ship flickered. Then they went out completely. One by one, each massive alien vessel went dark, their engines shutting down, their weapons going silent. "What's happening to them?" Collins asked, in amazement. "The Prometheus Protocol," Martinez said, his voice filled with grim satisfaction. "Humans found a way to shut down the very technology that the Council races depend on. They thought they were gods among the stars, but they're about to learn that humans are the worst enemy they could have made." As the Council ships drifted helplessly in space, Martinez opened a channel to them all. "This is Captain Alan Martinez of Earth. You attacked our world without warning or reason. You killed millions of our people. And now, you're going to listen to what we have to say. The Galactic Council's time of looking down on humanity is over." Dr. Kevin Patel wiped sweat from his forehead as he worked. The underground lab beneath the Rocky Mountains was safe for now, but he knew that wouldn't last. Outside, the world was burning. The Galactic Council ships had destroyed cities across the planet. Millions were dead. "How much longer?" asked Security Chief Linda Gomez. Her uniform was dirty, and her eyes showed she hadn't slept in days. "Almost there," Patel said, not looking up from his work. "The system is responding. The network is coming online." Around him, 20 of Earth's best scientists worked at different stations. They were the last hope for humanity. If they failed, there would be no one left to remember them. Patel looked at the main screen where a map showed red dots all over Earth. Each dot was a place where the Council ships were attacking. The blue dots were Earth defense bases. There weren't many blue dots left. "Message from the Colorado entrance," Linda said, touching her earpiece. "They spotted Council ships coming this way. We have maybe 4 hours before they find us." Patel nodded. "That's all the time we need." He turned to the large machine that took up most of the room. It didn't look like much, just a series of glass tubes filled with glowing blue liquid, connected to computer banks. But this simple-looking machine was going to change everything. What no one in the Galactic Council knew was that humans had discovered something about the universe that all the older alien races had missed. While Council races had built their technology on controlling energy, humans had found a way to affect the basic building blocks of reality itself. "Sam, how is the satellite network?" Patel asked. Engineer Sam Wilkins checked his screen. 68% of our quantum nodes are still working. The Council destroyed some of them in their first attack, but they didn't know what they were. They thought they were just normal satellites. Patel smiled a little. The Council's mistake was going to cost them. The Prometheus protocol wasn't really a weapon. It was a system designed to target the technology that Council races used. Every ship, every gun, every shield they had used, the same basic science, and humans had discovered that this science had a fatal weakness. "Dr. Patel," called out communications specialist Heather Jackson. "Message from Captain Martinez on the Relentless. They're drawing Council ships toward Jupiter, buying us time." Patel closed his eyes for a moment. Martinez and his crew were heroes. They were probably going to die out there, but they were making sure the rest of humanity had a chance to survive. "The targeting system is ready," announced Sam Wilkins. "We've found the quantum patterns of all Council technology." "What about civilians?" asked Dr. Grace Chen, who was in charge of making sure what they did was ethical. "Will this hurt innocent aliens?" "No," Patel assured her. "The protocol only affects their military technology. And it's not permanent, just long enough to make our point." He turned to face everyone in the room. "What we're about to do has never been done before. We're going to shut down the technology of the most powerful space empire in the galaxy. We're doing this to save Earth. But we're also showing the galaxy that humans aren't just another race to push around." All around the room, people nodded. They were scared, but they were ready. "Begin the final sequence," Patel ordered. Sam Wilkins started typing commands into his terminal. "Starting quantum network synchronization." On screens around the room, they could see quantum nodes activating. These tiny machines had been hidden all over Earth's solar system. Some had even been secretly placed near key Council worlds during years of what seemed like peaceful relations. "Network at 40%, 60%, 80%, Sam called out. "Network fully online." "Targeting Council military technology," announced another scientist. "Quantum signature lock established." Heather Jackson was watching a different screen. "Getting reports from space. The Relentless is engaged with 8 Council warships near Jupiter. They're taking heavy damage." Patel took a deep breath. "Initiate the Prometheus protocol. Now." Sam pressed a final button. Protocol initiated. For a moment, nothing seemed to happen. The room was quiet. Then Heather gasped. "Reports coming in. Council ships near Jupiter are going dark. Their engines, weapons, shields, everything is shutting down." More reports started coming in from all over the solar system. Council ships everywhere were suddenly powerless. Their weapons stopped working. Their engines died. They were just floating in space. On Earth, the Council ground forces suddenly found their vehicles and weapons dead. Their communication systems failed. The attack on humanity had come to a sudden stop. "It worked," Patel whispered. Then louder, "It worked." The room erupted in cheers and hugs. Some people were crying. For the first time in days, there was hope. Linda Gomez was looking at her tablet. "Getting reports from Space Command. Admiral, Elizabeth Summers on the EDF Vigilant is moving to capture disabled Council ships. Captain Martinez and the Relentless survived." More good news came in. All across the solar system, human ships that had survived the first attack were moving to take control of the now helpless Council vessels. "Dr. Patel," called Heather, "Admiral Summers wants to speak with you." The main screen changed to show a woman in a crisp naval uniform. Behind her, they could see the bridge of her ship. "Dr. Patel," Admiral Summers said, "on behalf of what's left of Earth Command, thank you. The Prometheus protocol has saved humanity." Patel nodded. "It did its job, Admiral, but this is just the beginning." "Agreed. We've opened communications with the Council ships. They're confused and angry, but they're listening now." "Have they said why they attacked us?" Patel asked. The Admiral's face darkened. They claim we were developing forbidden technology. But I think the truth is, they were afraid of us. They should be, said Linda Gomez. Look what we just did to them. Patel shook his head. No, that's not the point. We didn't develop the Prometheus protocol to conquer or destroy. We made it to protect ourselves. That's the difference between us and them. On another screen, they could see council ships floating helplessly in space. The ships that had been so powerful, so unstoppable just hours ago, were now completely at humanity's mercy. How long will the effect last? Asked Admiral Summers. About 72 hours, Patel explained. Long enough for us to secure our position, but not so long that their civilian systems start to fail. The Admiral nodded. Earth Command is calling. For an emergency meeting with the Galactic Council. They've agreed to meet in 48 hours. She smiled a little. It's amazing how reasonable they've become since their ship stopped working. Patel sat down, suddenly feeling very tired. Make sure they understand something, Admiral. We could have made the effect permanent. We could have shut down their life support too. We showed mercy when they showed none. I'll make that very clear, the Admiral said. Earth Command wants you at that meeting, Dr. Patel. You and Captain Martinez, if his ship can make it back in time. After the call ended, Sam Wilkins came over to Patel. What happens now? The Council has hundreds of worlds, thousands of ships. Once their technology works again, they won't attack us again, Patel said confidently. They know what we can do now, and we're going to share the Prometheus technology with every world in the Council. No one will be able to use their military power without worrying about someone shutting it down. He looked at the screens showing helpless Council ships. We just changed the balance of power in the galaxy. Earth isn't just another world to conquer anymore. We've shown them that humans can do things they never imagined. Linda Gomez looked at the data coming in about destroyed cities and millions of dead humans. I just wish we could have activated it sooner. So do I, Patel said quietly. But what matters now is making sure this never happens again, to any world. He stood up. We have 48 hours until the Council meeting. Let's make sure we're ready to show them a different way forward. Admiral Elizabeth Summers stood tall on the bridge of the EDF Vigilant. Through the main window, she could see the massive Council warship floating in space. Just hours ago, that ship had been firing powerful weapons at Earth colonies. Now it drifted helplessly, its lights flickering as emergency systems struggled to work. Magnify Sector 3, she ordered. The screen zoomed in on a part of the alien ship. Small shapes were moving around outside the hull. Council crew members in spacesuits were trying to fix their ship. They've been at it for 6 hours, said Tactical Officer Ryan Hughes. No luck so far. Summers nodded. The Prometheus protocol is working exactly as Dr. Patel said it would. All across the solar system, the same scene was playing out. Council warships that had been attacking Earth were now powerless. Their weapons, engines, and shields had all shut down at the same moment. The mighty Council warfleet had become nothing more than metal boxes floating in space. Status report, Summers asked. 17 Council warships secured in Earth orbit, Hughes reported. Another 32 disabled, but not yet secured near Mars and Jupiter. Ground forces on Earth have all been contained. Communications Officer Judy Foster looked up from her station. Admiral, we're receiving distress calls from Council ships. Some are reporting life support systems starting to fail. Summers frowned. That wasn't supposed to happen. The protocol was only meant to target weapons and engines. It seems their military ships don't separate life support from other systems very well, Hughes explained. Dr. Patel warned this might happen on some older ship designs. Summers didn't hesitate. Send rescue teams to any ship reporting life support failures. Priority 1. Hughes looked surprised. We're going to help them? After what they did to Earth? Yes, Summers said firmly. We're not like them. We don't let people die when we can help. As rescue orders went out, Summers walked to the communications station. Open a channel to any Council ship that can still receive messages. After a moment, the main screen lit up. The face that appeared belonged to a Thran commander. The Thran were one of the warrior races of the Council, with gray-scaled skin and sharp teeth. This one looked much less fierce than usual, with fear clearly showing in his yellow eyes. "This is Admiral Elizabeth Summers of Earth Defense Force," she said. "We've detected life support failures on several of your vessels. We're sending help." The Thrawn commander looked confused. "You help us? After we attacked you?" "Yes. Unlike you, we don't believe in letting people die if we can prevent it." The commander's scales darkened, a sign of shame in Thrawn body language. "Our ships. What did you do to them?" "We neutralized your military capabilities," Summers explained. "The effect is temporary this time. We could have made it permanent. We could have shut down your life support from the beginning. Remember that." Officer Hughes spoke quietly from behind her. "Admiral, incoming message from Earth Command. The quantum disruption is affecting all Council military bases across 17 star systems. Their entire war machine is frozen." Summers, let that information sink in before speaking to the Thrawn again. "We're sending coordinates for an emergency session of the Galactic Council. Your leaders will attend, or the next demonstration will not be so limited." "You cannot threaten the Council," the Thrawn protested, but his voice shook. "We just did," Summers replied calmly. "And unlike you, we're talking before shooting. That's the difference between us, remember it." As the screen went dark, Summers turned to her crew. "Prepare a secure channel to Earth Command. We need to coordinate our representatives for the Council meeting." "Do you think they'll actually come?" asked Hughes. Summers smiled slightly. "They'll come. We've just shown we can shut down their entire civilization with one button press. They'll definitely come." Captain Alan Martinez looked out the viewport of the medical bay on the Relentless. His ship had taken heavy damage in the battle near Jupiter, but they had survived. Now they were limping back to Earth, where repairs would begin. "Captain," the doctor said, "you should be resting." Martinez shook his head. "No time for that. How many did we lose?" The doctor's face fell. 27 crew members, another 42 injured. Martinez closed his eyes for a moment. Each of those 27 had been under his command. They had families, dreams, futures, all gone now. But they had given their lives so billions of humans could live. "There's someone here to see you," the doctor said. Martinez opened his eyes to see Chief Communications Officer Diane Powell enter the room. Her arm was in a sling, but she was smiling. "Captain, I just got word from Earth Command," she said. "My family in Boston, they're alive, the shelter held." Martinez felt a weight lift from his chest. "That's wonderful news, Diane. Any word about—" "Yes, sir," Powell said, understanding immediately. "Your daughter Lucy and your wife are safe. They got to the mountain shelter before the attack hit your town." For the first time in days, Martinez felt like he could breathe again. His family was alive. Not everyone had been so lucky, but at least his little girl would have a future. "We've been ordered to attend the council meeting," Powell continued. "You, me, and Chief Tactical Officer Collins. We're supposed to represent the military perspective." Martinez nodded. "When is the meeting?" "Tomorrow. A transport will meet us halfway to speed up the journey." Martinez started to get up. "Then I need to be on the bridge." "Sir," the doctor protested, "you have 3 broken ribs and a concussion." "Patch me up as best you can," Martinez said. "I'll rest after the council meeting." 2 hours later, a small transport ship docked with the Relentless. Dr. Kevin Patel stepped through the airlock looking tired but determined. "Captain Martinez," he said, extending his hand, "it's an honor to meet you. Your actions gave us the time we needed." Martinez shook his hand. "And your Prometheus protocol saved what was left of humanity. I'd say we're even." They moved to the conference room where officers from both ships gathered to prepare for the upcoming council meeting. "The council is in chaos," Patel explained. "When their ships in our system went dark, they sent more ships to investigate. Those ships went dark too as soon as they entered our system. Now they know we can affect their technology across great distances." "Good," said Officer Collins. "They should be afraid." Martinez shook his head. "Fear isn't what we want, respect is." "Captain Martinez is right," Patel agreed. "If they only fear us, they'll look for ways to destroy us as soon as they can. We Need to show them a better path forward. How do we do that? Asked Powell. They killed millions of our people. By doing what they didn't do, Martinez said. We talk, we listen, we find out why they attacked us, and then we show them that humans can be better allies than enemies. Admiral Summers joined them through a video link. Earth Command agrees with Captain Martinez. The Council attacked us because they feared our rapid advancement. We need to show them that human innovation can benefit everyone, not just ourselves. And if they don't listen? Collins asked. Then we remind them what happened to their ships, Summers said firmly. But that's the last option, not the first. As their transport ship headed toward the meeting location, Martinez looked at the stars outside. Just days ago, humans had been fighting for survival against an enemy with vastly superior technology. Now, they were heading to meet that enemy as equals, or perhaps even as their superiors. The galaxy will never be the same after tomorrow, Patel said quietly, standing beside him. Martinez nodded. For better or worse, the Council is about to learn that humanity isn't just another species to conquer. We're the species that changes everything. The Grand Chamber of the Galactic Council had never been so quiet. Representatives from 27 spacefaring civilizations sat in their large, curved seats, watching as 4 humans walked into the center of the room. Ambassador Peter Daniels led the small human group. He walked with a limp from injuries he got during the attack on Earth. Behind him came Dr. Kevin Patel, Captain Alan Martinez, and Admiral Elizabeth Summers. None of the council members spoke as the humans took their places at the speaking platform. Many of them had never seen a human in person before. Some had thought they would never see humans again after ordering the attack to destroy Earth. Now they stared in shock at the survivors who had somehow turned the tables on the most powerful military force in the galaxy. This emergency session of the Galactic Council is now open, announced the council moderator, a tall being with blue skin. Even the moderator's voice shook slightly. Ambassador Daniels stepped forward. Though he was not a large man, his presence filled the room. 3 days ago, he began, his voice strong and clear, ships from the Galactic Council entered Earth's solar system and launched an unprovoked attack on our world and colonies. Millions of my people are dead. He paused, letting the words sink in. We want to know why. The High Counselor of the Thrawn stood up. His gray scales shimmered under the chamber lights. Your species was developing forbidden technologies. Our intelligence showed your intelligence was wrong, interrupted Dr. Patel. Or more likely made up to give you an excuse to attack us. Angry whispers filled the chamber. It was not common for someone to interrupt a High Counselor. Captain Martinez stepped forward. His uniform still showed burn marks from the battle. What really scared you was not what we were building, but how quickly we were learning. In 50 years, we mastered technologies that took your species centuries to develop. The council members shifted uncomfortably. Several looked away, unable to meet the captain's eyes. The truth, Admiral Summers said, is that you saw humans as a threat because we were advancing too quickly. So you tried to wipe us out before we could challenge your power. The Vidari representative rose next. Her skin was almost clear, showing the outline of bones beneath. And yet, she said, you have shown you can shut down all council technology at once. How can anyone feel safe with such power? Ambassador Daniels smiled slightly. An excellent question. How do you think we felt with planet-killing weapons pointed at our homeworld? The difference is, we didn't fire first. Silence fell over the chamber again. Dr. Patel stepped forward and activated a small device he carried. A hologram appeared in the center of the chamber, showing complex diagrams and formulas. We are sending the complete details of the Prometheus Protocol to all council members, he announced. You'll find it's not actually a weapon. It's a discovery about how your technology works and how it can be stopped. Gasps and shocked whispers spread through the chamber as the council members began to understand what they were seeing. You're giving us the technology that defeated us? Asked the Thrawn High Counselor in disbelief. Yes, Daniels confirmed. Because Earth doesn't want to rule through fear. We want peace. But peace must be built on honesty and respect. not threats and attacks. Martinez stepped forward again. If we wanted to destroy you, we could have shut down your life support systems, not just your weapons. If we wanted to rule the galaxy, we could have kept this technology secret and blackmailed you all. But that's not who we are, Admiral Summers added. Humans build, we don't destroy unless forced to defend ourselves. The council moderator looked at the human delegation with new eyes. What does Earth want from the council now? Ambassador Daniels raised his hand, counting off their demands. First, those who ordered the attack on Earth will face justice for war crimes. Second, the council will help rebuild what was destroyed on Earth and our colonies. Third, Earth will have a permanent seat on the council's security committee. And if we refuse? Challenged the Thrawn High Counselor. Captain Martinez met his gaze steadily. We have already shown what we can do. We shut down your ships, but let your people live. We're sharing the technology that defeated you instead of keeping it as a weapon. What more proof do you need that humans want peace, not war? The Grand Chamber fell silent once more. For thousands of years, the Council had used their advanced technology to control which new species could join them. In space, they decided who could develop what technologies. They saw themselves as the wise guardians of the galaxy, but in just 3 days, humans had shattered that illusion. They had not only survived an attack meant to wipe them out, but had demonstrated power beyond what the Council thought possible. And now, instead of using that power for revenge, they were offering a new path forward. The vote will now begin, announced the Council moderator. One by one, the representatives voted. Some did, so quickly, eager to move on. Others hesitated, clearly unhappy about the new reality, but in the end, the result was clear. The Council accepts Earth's terms, the moderator declared. Earth will have a seat on the Security Committee, reparations will begin immediately, and those responsible for the attack will face justice. Ambassador Daniels nodded. Thank you for your wisdom. As the formal part of the meeting ended, many Council representatives approached the humans asking questions about the Prometheus Protocol and what it meant for the future of space travel. Admiral Summers found herself speaking with a young representative from a species that had only recently joined the Council. We have always been told that the older races know best, the alien said, that we must follow their lead and learn slowly, but you humans proved that wrong. We learn quickly, Summers agreed. But we also make mistakes. The difference is that we try to learn from them. What happens now? The young representative asked. Now we rebuild. We mourn our dead, and we make sure nothing like this ever happens again, to any world. Across the chamber, Captain Martinez stood with Dr. Patel, watching as Council members examined the technical details of the Prometheus Protocol. Do you think sharing it was the right choice? Martinez asked quietly. Patel nodded. When everyone has the ability to shut down everyone else's weapons, people tend to talk more and shoot less. A balance of power, Martinez said. A balance of peace, Patel corrected. That's what we really created here today. Ambassador Daniels joined them, looking tired but satisfied. It's done. The Council has agreed to everything. Earth is now officially a major power in the galaxy. Not because of our weapons or ships, Martinez said, but because of our ideas. As they prepared to leave the chamber, the Council moderator approached them one last time. You could have destroyed us, the moderator said softly. Why didn't you? Ambassador Daniels looked the alien in the eyes. Because that's not who we are. Humans have a long history of fighting each other, it's true. But we also have a history of forgiveness, of building better things after terrible losses. We want to bring that part of humanity to the stars. The moderator bowed slightly. The galaxy will never be the same after today. Good, Daniels replied. It needed to change. As the human delegation left the Grand Chamber, they knew Earth's place in the galaxy had forever changed. They had come to the stars as newcomers, faced extinction, and emerged as leaders, not through conquest but through innovation and mercy. The Council had tried to silence humanity forever. Instead, they had awakened a power greater than they could have imagined. and now had to face a future where humans would help shape the destiny of all spacefaring civilizations. Earth's devastating revenge wasn't destruction, it was transformation, and the entire galaxy would never forget the lesson they had learned today.